In this episode of the Lookout Podcast, we will be discussing investing in your craft and artists looking for free beats.
Yo, check us out. TheLookout.com. THALO. Whatever, you get it. I think it's irrational for me to be satisfied.
Welcome to the Lookout Podcast. I am Mixtape Meeko. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at The Lookout, and also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/The Lookout. And for those that don't know, that's THALOOKOUT. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mixtape Meeko. That's MIXTAPEMEEKO. And make sure that you keep visiting thelookout.com. Make it your home page, your favorites, bookmark it. If you want a place where you can just listen to some good hip hop and R&B, that's the place to go. You can also join us on Sundays for Smooth Sundays, where we play all soul and R&B. And all the artists, keep sending in your submissions to music@thelookout.com. We get a lot of good stuff. We also get a lot of bad stuff. But keep sending your stuff in. And all the artists and producers who want their music played throughout the podcast, send your submissions to podcast@thelookout.com. All right, and in today's episode, we're going to go first. We're going to announce the winner of the beat competition. And then we're going to get into the topic, which is investing in your craft and artists looking for free beats. We're going to read a listener's email, and we're also going to talk about producers who give away free beats all the time. Okay, let's talk about the beat contest. Flip That Sample beat competition hosted by thelookout.com. The judges finally, came up with a winner. It was a tough decision. Unfortunately, I could not be a judge, but they let me listen to all the beats, and I'm telling you, it was some nice beats being sent in. Off the top of my head, I remember entries by Beats for the Streets, my man Jeeps, and Sun Deep. It was a lot of them that I liked. I know I'm missing a lot of names, but there can only be one winner. The winner will receive a feature on thelookout.com in the producer spotlight, and also a $50 Guitar Center gift card. So the winner of the Flip That Sample beat contest is H&S Productions. So congratulations to H&S. That's short for Heart and Soul. And you can follow him on Twitter at HNS Production 1. That's HNS Production, then the number 1. And you could also like them on Facebook at facebook.com/HNS Productions. Now, we're going to listen to the beat on here. We're going to play it, let y'all hear what he did with the sample. First we're going to play the original sample. Let's play the sample that everybody was giving the flip first. So let's go ahead and play that. Okay, that was the sample. And now let's listen to H&S Productions. Let's listen to how he flipped it.
Heart and Soul Productions.
Flip from H&S Productions. I like the way he did the switch up in there. I like that. It's gonna be more contests on thelookout.com. Now not everyone is gonna have the $50, gift card as the prize, but it will be a definite spot on the producer's spotlight for the winners of the contest. And I think we're gonna stick to the theme of flipping the sample. So just look out for more contests on thelookout.com. And congratulations once again to H&S Productions. All right, not too long ago, I was sitting down with an artist, and this was on I just happened to run into a friend, and he was like, "Oh, this is my boy. He got bars and all that." And I told him you had some beats, and so I always had my iPad and my iPod with me, so I let him hear some beats, and he was feeling them. He was going through them, and like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill this one." He even he took out his phone at one point and was writing down some of the names of the beats. And then when he finished, he was like, "Oh man, like I got so many of them and I don't know where to start." And then I'm like, "Okay, let me talk business with him." So I'm like, "Hey, all right, so which ones do you really want to buy?" And I guess when I said the word buy, it must have set something off, because he kind of looked at me funny. And then he went into this whole spiel about, well, I'll be giving you exposure by rapping over your beat. And he tried to sell me that little nonsense, saying that when people hear the song, they're gonna say who did the beat. And this isn't the first time this has happened. And that goes into the topic for today, which is investing in your craft and artists who always look for free beats. I wrote a little blog post about artists stop looking for free beats, and it was a lot of producers that emailed and said, "Oh, I know exactly how you." Yeah, I hate that the producers were on my side about it, and it was some artists who didn't take that too well. They, I got an email different. I'm gonna read one of the emails today, but they pretty much were saying like, "Oh, so because I get free beats, that means I'm not a real artist." And I'm gonna get into all of that today. And the main lesson from it was investing in your craft. And I know it's a lot of producers that can relate to, when you try to sell a beat, then that's when the artists, they just act different about it. Now, am I saying that an artist should never get free beats? No, I'm not saying that at all. It's different situations. Like, you may be in a group and you're working on a project and you doing all the beats for free. It's like and you may have friends. I have good friends who are artists who I give free beats to. So I'm not saying you should never, that artist should never get free beats. They shouldn't be surprised when somebody mentions selling a beat. Like, they're surprised, like, wow, I didn't know people sold beats. So I'm just saying, stop always looking for free beats, and a serious artist invest in their craft. And that brings me to the email. So I'm gonna read the email. All right, I got a lot of emails. Some of them, "Hey, I totally agree with you," that kind of stuff. And I got some where, I'm getting cussed out and stuff. But the email that I'm going to read, it kind of sums up what, all the other emails that disagree with me were trying to say. And this person, they wrote it in a way that made sense, and it wasn't a bunch of misspelling and slang. So this is the one I'm going to read. It says, "Mixtape Meeko, I read your article on artists and free beats, and it didn't sit too well with me. Basically, you said that I'm not a serious artist because of my financial situations. I love what I do, and I don't think that because I want free beats, that takes anything away from me as an artist. I have talent, and I didn't have to pay for it. So, that sums up what a lot of the emails were saying and what a lot of them were trying to say. So I'm going to address that. All right. So the first thing I want to clear up is my message was not saying that your talent is based on your financial situation. There may be there are artists out there who may not have the money for beats and stuff, but they have the talent. But as a serious artist, you're going to make it happen some kind of way. Because even as a producer, I just didn't have money like that. Like, I wanted, I had the passion for making beats. So, and I wanted an MPC. I couldn't walk inside Guitar Center and say, hey, give me a free MPC. And at the time, how much? Let me see. The MPC was, I think it was $1,000. And at the time, that was a lot. That was a lot of money. So it was something that I didn't even see in my reach. And did that mean I'm not a serious producer because I didn't have the money for it? No, but I worked towards getting that MPC. So I'm not saying that an artist that doesn't have the money for beats isn't serious or that takes anything away from you as an artist. My main thing was, the artists who are always looking for free beats, and when you mention, selling the beats, that's when they get funny acting on you, and then a lot of them try to sell you that story. I know producers heard that story before where, oh, I'll be giving you exposure and all this. So, so the financial situation has nothing to do with you as an artist. You may be, artist who doesn't have the money for a certain beat that you heard that a producer's trying to sell or a beat maker's trying to sell, and you, a serious artist, is going to be like, okay, I have to get that beat. I have to, work towards getting that beat or one similar to it, and then they're going to work towards it. So that's a serious artist. And then at the same time, producers and beat makers, you can't go to a 17-year-old in high school that has talent and try to sell him a beat for $20,000. Like, this, you gotta be reasonable. The producers gotta be reasonable too. And I'm gonna, get on the producers and beat makers in a minute, because the artists were thinking that I was attacking them. I wasn't really attacking them, just addressing the issue. And I'm addressing the issue because a lot of producers and beat makers, they get pissed about this. And you should see some of the emails. So that's why I'm discussing it. And the reason why a lot of the producers and beat makers get pissed is because, they had to invest. And a lot of the investments are things that benefit you. Like a producer, they buy a mic. That's something that's going, so they put money into the mic and whatever they use to make beats, the software, computer, MIDI controllers and all this. And then when they try to sell you a beat and you want it for free, it's just kind of, they take it like as a slap in the face. So that's why we want to talk about investing in your craft. Because first of all, whenever you buy something, whenever you put money into something, you're more serious about it. Like you take it more serious. Like buying a car versus renting a car. When you buy a car, it's a different feeling about it. And I know that comparison is kind of way out there, but it's basically when you put money into something, you take it more serious. Like even when I bought the machine, when I was, messing around with it in Guitar Center, is different than when I bought it. When I bought it, I'm like, okay, I spent this money on this thing. Let me, get deep into it, learn all I can about it. So yeah, investing is important. And as producers and beat makers, you should be telling these artists the importance of investing. Like whenever you have that artist who gives you the funny look and wants the free beats, I mean, don't just get mad and walk away. Like, actually talk to them, tell them the importance of it. And that's what we should be doing as producers. And like, now it's time to get on the producers a little bit, because you know, a lot of y'all don't like it when artists are always looking for free beats, but I put a big blame on producers and beat makers, because it's a lot of them out there that's just giving away beats left and right, just giving it away like that. And you know, like I said, depending on the situation, I don't see anything wrong with giving away, you know, free beats. But just left and right to any and everybody, that's like, it's kind of showing how much you value your work. Because as a producer, like, how much do you value your work? Like, if you think your stuff is garbage, then by all means sell it for $0.00. And also, you know, as a producer and a beat maker, you're taken more seriously when you're selling your beats. Like, even though that artist, you know, doesn't want to pay and they're trying to convince you to give it to them for free, you know, if you stand your ground and, you know, no, I'm, you know, this is my set prices, I'm firm about it, and they take you more seriously, you know. And I think personally, like, production is valuable, and this comes from seeing other producers in action. For example, in Germany, I know a producer by H3. Follow him on Twitter. It's I am H3, which is IAMHTHREE. You know, I was in Germany and I went to his studio and I seen him composing, and he just puts so much into each beat. Like, not even to each beat, he put so much into each sound that makes up the beat. So, you know, I'm sitting there looking at that, and then he's working, and then like the final product, it was just so valuable. So, like, and I think artists need to be around that. Like, if you just, you know, get into the studio with a producer and see all the work that's put into it, it's amazing to me. Like, it never gets old. And another producer, Mad Frequency in San Antonio with Skelly Productions, just like the work, the production is just top notch, and just to see it, you know, just to see it with my own eyes, it leaves me in amazement. So, all you producers and beat makers out there, just sit back and you know, think about how much you value your work, and just keep it in the back of your head. I mean, if you don't value it, then, you know, try to step it up and progress until you get to a point to where you do value it. So, you know, so that's pretty much it. I don't think that, you know, an artist that wants free beats, that takes away from their talent or them as an artist. I don't think that at all. I just, you know, the artist should stop with the I only do free beats attitude, and producers should stop handing out their beats like Halloween candy. So, you know, that's pretty much it. And all the listeners, just producers, beat makers, artists, just take your craft more serious. And that's pretty much all that I got for today. Keep visiting www.thelookout.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Give me a rating. Share your comments and thoughts. Let me know what you think. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. And that has been today's episode.
Punchline thrown, so my lungs don't easily fatigue. Step, drop, cover, and pivot. Keep my knees bent. Powerful metaphors. Finish them off with body shots to deliver. Audience going wild. Shout my name, Warriors. The ref raised my hand. Second round knockout. Once again, K-Flow standing victorious.